So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharon Whiteman, and I'm here every Saturday morning with Dana Hunter and Gary Knapp. And we love this amazing hour of our week and love being here with each and every one of you. So, big warm welcome to anybody that's new or that's watching this down the track on the YouTube channel or in the audio track. Now, today we're very excited to have Tribble. He always says yes. He's regularly here for Australasia, and we're deeply appreciative. Tribble is an internet entrepreneur, author, and work-at-home dad who lives in Seattle, Washington with his wife, Rochelle. Ty has been featured in Entrepreneur and Success from Home magazine and is considered by many as the founding father of network marketing bloggers. Author of the book, Double Your Income with Network Marketing, Ty was named as one of the 52 brightest minds in network marketing and is listed as one of the top 75 motivational speakers in the world by Business for Home. Ty is a bronze presidential director at Manatech and a prolific trainer and educator. With the current global situation creating havoc with supply chains, Ty will coach us on strategies to support both our clients and our business to navigate a tumultuous business time that we're all experiencing right now. Ty, this is such a timely topic, and I'm grateful that you're the one to give us some awesome coaching.
I appreciate that. And if need be, can I share my screen?
Yes, I'll do that now.
Awesome.
And then I'll go off camera. So, and I'll just get ready to take notes.
And I'm going to just pull up a Manatech site here. Just in case. I might as well share it anyway. I'm going to click on shop just so I'm ready.
Awesome.
All right. So thank you, Sharon. I appreciate the welcome. And I always am honored to come speak with my amazing Australians. I always talk about this, and I'm going to say it again, probably till I get disinvited, and I hope that never happens. But Diana, Sharon, and Gary putting together a call like this for the benefit of anyone who would like to participate is a real blessing, in my opinion. And so really take advantage of that. And if you can't make it live, be sure to pop into those YouTube calls. And actually, I'm launching a new podcast in the next, hopefully this next month. It's delayed, kind of like products have been delayed across the industry. It's not just a Manatech issue that I'm going to touch on, but it's not, it's industry wide. So don't think it's just Manatech company. But what I was trying to say is that was able to interview Ray Robbins for 2 hours on one of my podcasts that I already pre-recorded. So I'm going to launch that again in probably the next month or so. But it's really to have Ray come on and share his wisdom with you is so amazing. I mean, this is the number 7 income earner in the history of network marketing, and happens to be my upline, right? And yours too, if you're affiliated with Manatech. So it's a really, really cool thing. And I'm just so honored to be affiliated with Ray in so many ways. As well, I'm honored to be affiliated with all of you with regards to Manatech. So let's talk about opportunity that comes from adversity, right? I think there's a saying that says in every adversity is a seed of greater benefit. And I believe that to be true. And especially if you will apply that to your business when you run into things like back orders and supply chain issues. Again, Manatech has had it. I'm just going to be straightforward. It's an issue, but it's not just a Manatech issue. I mean, it is industry wide. I used to write every day about the network marketing industry in my blog, but I don't no longer do that. But I'm still pretty tied into a lot of other companies, and I have leaders throughout the industry that are friends, and everyone's run into the same issue. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about is taking that back order issue and really doing some research into what that product is, and think about how you can serve your customers with a different product. And hopefully all of you have checked out the email marketing stuff that I did a few months ago. It ties in well with this. When you're communicating, when you create a list of your customers, a list of potential customers, and keep in contact with them on a regular basis. I talk about how often, things like that in that talk, but it's important to do that. You're going to see marketing out there that will say email is dead, and I would tell you that email is not dead. You can increase your volume in your business by taking everyone's name in your downline or email, I should say, in your downline and your customer database and loading them up into an email autoresponder and sending out regular messages to those folks, 2 a week, maybe. And I talk about how to do that and how to not be boring. It's vitally important. If you want to stand out, is don't be boring, and don't get too crazy scientific with people. I think Manatech is known for that in some ways. I try to get more scientific because I'm not at all that way, and I try to tone down other folks who are a little bit too much. So there's a balance there. Now, if you write super scientific emails and you get people that are responding to those scientific emails, then you could potentially have a customer for life, which is good, but you're going to miss a lot of people. And the other thing I would just say is that don't spend like hours and hours and hours on a single email. Keep it condensed and fairly short, and get your point across, and then because people will skim in a lot of ways. They'll read the PS. They'll just read the subject line and delete it if it's not what they're looking for. But if you have a customer that's you said, I think someone said that they had back-ordered Vambratos. We have two in all kinds at different times here in the U.S. So we've been battling that challenge. So we've shifted people, and I don't know that you guys have Vambratos Life in Australia. If you do, yes, if you could in the chat. If no big deal. Oh yes, you do. So great, amazing product. So I have a lot of people that were still buying Complex, and so shifting those people to the Vambratos Life canisters was fairly easy. Then the Vambratos Life canisters went gone for a little while, and we had to shift to something that I think this one might be just us, is the Slim Sticks. Do you have the Slim Sticks? Vambratos Life. Oh, you have that too. Okay. Here's what's very interesting about the Slim Sticks. It's probably the best value in Vambratos today, because of the serving size of actual Vambratos Complex, or actual Vambratos within each packet. You can get the best bang for your buck, even though it appears to be a little bit more expensive than the canisters in some ways. So tremendous product. But let's hop on over to the website, and I want to I'm just going to hit shop here. Oh, I need to go live first with everyone. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. You know what? I don't think I can share this is a new computer. I don't think I can share my screen here. It's okay. We can hammer through this. And I don't have a huge long call. I will definitely not go 90 minutes. I assure you. I try to keep it brief. But so here's my best example with turning an issue into an opportunity. Okay. We had a back order of not Vambratos, but actually was for quite some time, was the Mana Bears. And I think they've now changed to something called Mighty Bears, which is great, a little bit improved. But it was like an 18-month issue. maybe longer, quite a while. And we had a lot of kids, parents who bought Mana Bears for their kids. And in fact, I think I looked and it was something like 12% of our volume was Mana Bears. So I don't know about you, but I didn't want to lose 12% of my volume when the product went, I think it was no longer available. There was manufacturing issues, just like every company is bumping into right now. So what I did was I looked, my phone is yelling at me. What I did was, how did I find out? I calculated it based on a long time in my back office. I don't think there's a report that shows what percentage. It was blood, sweat, and tears to figure out the percentages. But I think it's important you don't have to do that exactly, but if you look at 100 of your customers and see what they're ordering, you can kind of pinpoint what is moving and what percentages and things like that. I think it's important because if you're going to you want to build $1 million business, who wouldn't? I would hope. I know a lot of people do this to just help people. I do too, but helping people and, creating a legacy that I can pass on to my children and my grandchildren in the future is also cool too. So once I figured out the fact that was a major product for us, I looked for an alternative. And the alternative I found was the True Health Shake, believe it or not. It was a very comparable product when you looked at the two in terms of servings of fruits and vegetables. Now, the True Health Shake had additional benefits outside of Mana Bears at the time. So I was able to talk about those additional benefits, but I was able to also talk about the servings of fruits and vegetables, broccoli and spinach and apples and I think pears and on and on and on. A lot of people don't, you don't realize, you think, oh, that's like a weight loss shake. And in reality, it is an amazing, it's a meal replacement in a lot of ways, but also I know folks who don't take any other vitamin other than the shake in the morning, and then they take their additional vitamins like at lunchtime and in the evening, because it provides a huge amount of nutritional value in that shake. And as you said, the chocolate tastes amazing. I concoct my own recipes many times. I found that plant-based shakes, and again, this is not Manatech's plant-based shake alone, it's every single plant-based shake. There's some grittiness to it sometimes. And so if you put half a banana in with your shake, you're going to find that it smooths it out in a lot of ways. So I always start with half a banana in, whether I'm doing a vanilla shake or a chocolate shake. And then I'll sometimes add some fruit of various kinds, berries, things like that. But I found that, so think about like taking that shake and getting yourself on that shake. And then if you have a younger kid, they get a smaller portion. Well, you could figure out what the differences are in terms of percentage of daily whatever based on the size of the person. They don't have to have a full shake. They could have a quarter of a shake. But it was a way. And so what did I do? I put this idea together in an email series and sent it off to my customer list and my team list. So I said, hey, I know that we have an issue with Mana Bears. You love that product. I love that product. My kids take that product. My adult children still take that product. But we don't have it right now. So here's an alternative. So I'm taking what is a pain to those folks and giving them a solution. And that's what can really separate us from Amazon and us from, the vitamin store and us from the grocery store in so many ways, because you think about what we have to offer. It's not just that we have a shake or that we have one of the most amazing breakthroughs in the world, amber toast. It's us that we have to offer. It's our thought process. It's our ability to connect. It's our ability to problem solve that we have to offer others, that they will see that and then continue to come back and order from us again and again and again. So it's not just that product you can do it with. Any particular product that goes on back order, you can find, like Nutriveris would have been a good alternative to Manna Bears, but Nutriveris didn't taste like Manna Bears. So when I gave it some real thought process, a little chocolate shake was easier to get down than some Nutriveris. Okay, I was kid people. Oh, greens and reds, yeah. Manatech people, almost it was like a badge of honor in the early days, the earlier versions of amber toast. It was like, for me, it was like gargling paste to try to get down my throat, right? And now we have this amazing new version, Amber Toast Life, that goes into a water bottle or a glass of water, and it tastes amazing, especially the slim sticks. I'm like, the lemon flavor, it can be strong, so sometimes I put it in a lot of water, but fantastic product. And so also, if you have a history of customers who maybe bought products in the past, this is another way to go back to those folks. Hey, by the way, we now have these things called Amber Toast Life Slim Sticks, which each slim stick, I think it has 4 grams of the actual Amber Toast. I'd have to look, like the actual Amber Toast. It's not the complex, but the actual whole Amber Toast product, which includes the Manipul. And if you compare that size serving to the 30 servings in a canister, the Life Stick actually gets you more amber toasts per serving overall. It's slightly more expensive, but when you look at the difference, I think it's almost double. When you look at the difference between the price of a canister and the amount of actual amber toast you get in that canister versus the price of the slim stick, the slim stick is actually a better value per gram of amber toast. Really, really cool. So you can talk about this kind of stuff to your customers. I do all the time. Again, I'm not getting technical with them, but I'm going to say, hey, you're going to get whatever it is, 50% more amber toast. It's going to cost you 30% more money, right? When moving people to slim sticks. Now I move people to slim sticks. When everything is running smoothly and people are buying Amber Toast Life and Amber Toast Complex and the slim stick, I'm not really concerned with which Amber Toast they're buying as much. However, when we run out of canisters and I have to shift them to Amber Toast Life slim sticks, I want there to be a story there. So that's when I dig in deeper into that product, and I was looking at the label. I realized, well, you're actually getting more amber toast than you would in a canister. I would say 90% of the people had no idea. 90% of the people have no idea. The good news is you can put amber toast or Nutriveris in your shake, and it tastes great. So, taste is something that we've had to overcome for years, but now Manatech is moving in such a direction that most of the products are really terrific. Let me just pull up the site here and see if there's any other products just to bounce off. I'm going to click on shop here and view all products. like I think recently we had some back orders on the skincare stuff like Imperzone and things like that. Here's another thing. If there's a strategy in marketing called scarcity, okay? So if this is happening throughout the world, this is a big one. And we can wrap it up with this. I'll be happy to take some further questions, but this really goes in conjunction with the email marketing. So you have to put these two calls together and you're going to get a lot more value out of it. So when a company, and again, it's not just us, don't beat up Manatech here. It is every single network marketing company in the world has these issues right now. And it's not just network marketing companies, it's all kinds of companies, okay? When they run out of a particular product and you want to move them to a different product, yes, you say, this is a good price, this is a good alternative, and then you bring out the wild card, excuse me, which is what I would call scarcity, okay? Scarcity is this: we're in difficult times. This is what I would write in the email, right? We are in difficult times. The supply chain across the world, and I might even explain what a supply chain is, because I don't want to assume people, I always try to write it like the fourth grade level, roughly, maybe third or fourth grade level. You don't want to assume people know what you're talking about ever when it comes to writing emails in particular, and website copy and all that kind of stuff. Social media posts in your business, you don't want to like use words that people are not going to know, or that they have to look up, okay? So I don't know if people really understand what the supply chain is, but you can say there's issue with getting products from point A to point B across the world. I mean, like toilet paper was a huge issue for a long time. My stores that I shop at from a grocery perspective runs out of stuff all the time. I can't get strawberries or I can't get blueberries or whatever. It's always something. So people are aware of this. However, with Manatech products, this is, I want to be careful how I word this, but it can be life or death with people sometimes, okay? It's a big deal when a product that is impactful as Manatech's line of products are on people's lives runs out. So what do you do about that? Well, you say, this has been an issue across the globe. It's not just us, it's everyone. But if I were in your shoes, if you normally order one, I would maybe order two, because you don't know what's coming down the road, right? So what you're doing is you're taking what was an adversity, a back order, and changing it into, okay, we're gonna shift you to another product. That product may be more expensive or less expensive, whatever the case may be. So we're introducing them to a new product. When their main product comes back on, they may buy both. So that's a benefit, because you're introducing to something that may make an impact on their life, especially if they use it for 90 days or more, okay? Then you're going to say, and by the way, you might want to buy two. So in a month that let's say 10% of my normal customer volume is back ordered or supply chain issues, I might turn that into a 20 to 30% bump in volume because of email marketing, because of doing the research into products that will not necessarily replace that product, but is a viable alternative. And three, my volume will go up because folks are concerned that that product may run out too. Okay. I know I'm not doom and gloom, but I'm realistic. I don't see this supply chain issue going away like tomorrow. It may, hopefully it will, but I'm not relying on that. So as a marketer, I'm going to say, look, get some extra. I don't want you to spend more money than you have on products that you're not going to use. But if you're going to use it and you have the extra in your budget, you might want to pick up some extra, whatever, Manipul. Okay, you might want to get 2 instead of 1. And then they might want to continue to use that in the future. So that's the basics. I mean, it's just a small concept, but little things like this, I mean, it can add 20, 30, 40% growth in a month that you thought was going to be down because of a back order. And that's the basics of the kind of stuff I try to do. I mean, I really look at Manitech as a my particular business. I really try to dive in and look at it as, how can I best serve the people that are my customers and that are on my team? And when I do that, you will tend to grow. And this is, and the beautiful thing about this is that this is outside of the work of bringing on new customers and bringing on new team members. This is enhancing what I've already built in place. And so, Sharon, that's about what I've got. I'm happy to take questions or anything you'd like to do, but it's a basic concept. It doesn't take, like an hour to explain, but I think it can be very, and anytime we can add 25% or more on top of the volume we already do in a month that you thought was going to be down is powerful, and it's simple.
No, and I can remember your, I'll go back and revisit your email marketing one too, because it would parallel, like you said, dovetail with this really beautifully. And your prompts on little ideas of what to say and how to set it up is really graceful. And the chat's been full of ideas.
Phone calls too, by the way. I would say emails could pick up the phone and call, could text someone, say, hey, there's a supply chain problem, and your order is not going to come this month. Let's hop on a call. Let's hop on a Zoom. I've got a couple options that I think will benefit you greatly. And then you lay them out. Awesome.
And also, we don't, just so you know, we don't ever attempt to fill it up to 60 minutes. And I think a 30-minute call is much more attractive, actually, to people. But, obviously the audience we have here today are really committed partners. So
I like to stay under 30 if I can.
Yeah, they listen to any length of call, but I don't feel bad that this is under 30. So Dinah's saying that she phoned all our Amberto's Complex customers and let them know about the Manipul sale, and knowing Dinah, she would have, all of us can sell the benefits of Manipul. I do it all the time. So Ty, absolutely. I think this is enough. There's no urgent questions coming up in the chat. And I feel like I have some tips of some things I could add to what I'm doing. So thank you very much.
You're so welcome. It's always a pleasure. Let me know if I can help out again in the future.
I absolutely will.
Not next week.
You can guarantee that. Not next week. No, I'll do that. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Have a great weekend.
Have a good one, everybody.
Stay tuned. I don't know who we'll have next week because I'm working with corporate on a couple things before I confirm. So talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.